So then with the specifics of programming, there probably aren't very many one size fits all rules for how someone would train for athletics versus, let's say, hypertrophy or just aesthetics. Are there some specific optimizations that are personalizations that I should be thinking about because of the sport that I play?
What you want to think about is not replicating your sport in the weight room. Now, that's counterintuitive, but you almost always want to do the opposite. Here's what I mean. A lot of times we have endurance athletes, and they're like, oh, yeah, I lift twice a week, which is a pretty reasonable number. If it's the person you described, a lot of sport activity, probably twice a week is a good time to lift. But then they go in the weight room and they do dumbbells, and they're doing sets of 15, sets of 20, because they're like, well, I'm an endurance athlete, so I need to do endurance lift. And the reality of it is you need the opposite because you're already getting endurance training. We've seen this a lot with our boxers. But when you're doing jiu-jitsu and you're wrestling and you're hitting mitts and you're boxing, you're getting a lot of muscular endurance work in your shoulder. What are you not getting on there? Are you getting peak strength? Are you getting velocity? Are you getting posture? Are you getting correctives? Are we working on imbalances? Are we avoiding asymmetries that are too aggressive, before they get too out of control? So in those scenarios, when I'd say go to the weight room and do what you don't get in your sport. The key is, though, what style of training are you doing that is going to fill in the holes that your sport doesn't give you? That's the biggest tip I'd give.